and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, and also to the proud owner of tickets. And not just tickets, but tickets for the Dutch Grand Prix. Guys, you know what happened? I enlisted myself to be in the on the train in the pot to the lottery for tickets for the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, and I got them. I actually got them. I got tickets. Yes, but it's not. It doesn't even stop there. You know what happened? Because we always watch Formula One with like a group of friends. And multiple of them enlisted themselves to be edgeable or you know the word, edgeable. However, the thing is, another friend of mine also got the tickets, and here's the good part: he got better tickets than I have. So I can now choose if I go with him or go with my own tickets. So I got tickets. And I can actually choose. And of course, I'm going to go for the best position. Which will be his tickets at the Tarzan corner. Where all the overtaking will happen. Oh, and man, I just got to hear it today. And I'm just super excited about it. So, having said all that, it's also, you know, I'm melting here. And because we have a heat wave and it's going to be 40 degrees, or so the radio said. So yeah, you know, it's already like 36 degrees here. So I'm melting. And on top of that, I guess that this is the 300th video of the series. Who would have guessed that? So, well, now, there you have it, you know. I mean, tickets, I got them. And I even got to choose. Oh, I can't really believe it, but it's true, you know, I have the official mail. So, yeah, you know, if you, as a viewer, also happen to have tickets for the Formula One, and you go to the Tarzan corner, you might find me there. Anyway, back to our park, where, well, we are in a jungle, and we are trying to avoid it, because we hate trees. We're building on top of this thing. And I read a comment about this park, like, what even is this park? Good question! I don't even know myself. It's a bit odd, but so far so good. We already have 340 guests in the park. It's only May year one. Money-wise, I think we're starting to do okay. It is currently 13th of May. We're definitely going to be earning more money than we did last month already. So I think, you know, the park's doing okay. And we're already rapidly approaching the point where this is filled up and we have to develop inside of the jungle. Not a prospect I'm looking forward to, but, well, yeah, it is what it is, kinda, so I guess we'll just have to make do. Now, before we worry about how we're gonna do the jungle, what are we gonna build over here, you know? We have 2 ships already and a dome. I guess we can get away with another thrill ride and then leave this one for down there. And then maybe also like, I don't think we can do another gentle ride. So what if we just do the thrill ride and then get like the other coaster in here? And well, if we do that it's doable. But we'd have to have like a drop. And then basically we'd have to resurface and then do a lift over here, big drop, and then do the coaster work. That could happen. That could work too. So we might as well just try and see if we can pull something off like that. So let's get us this and then do this. This seems good. This seems like the perfect spot for it. Of course, this will be colored white. No entry. With this. Oh, and you know what we totally forgot to do? Before we even started all of this, let's do a quick vandalism and vomit check. Because I know of the one speck of vomit there, but the rest of the park looks remarkably clean. I'll have to admit, you know, it looks like We don't even have guards. Oh man, don't let the guests do that, or before we know it, they will destroy everything. Also, maybe what we should do is like a pricing check. Now, I believe the very first ride we've built ourselves is like this ride here. And there is also, of course, the tower ride. And where that's this queue here. So, does it still make any money? Yeah, that makes money. So basically, the pricing of our rides is okay. Because I see guests on all the rides and on all the queues that I want to see them. So, we're good in that regard. Where is the queue for... Oh, that's over here. That's well hidden. Alright, so... with the pricing, we don't need to do anything. Yeah, and it would also have been quite odd if we had to do stuff. Because May is a bit early, to be honest. Now, just so that we got things straight here. 8 passengers only. So we want like a short queue. We don't want to make that like extremely long. He says. Making it rather... That's odd. You can... Okay. I was not aware of that. Yeah, I guess this is already okay. So, we'll set it up like this. Let's go with, of course, you know, the best settings. As if there is a choice. And there isn't, of course. Well, unless you go to Zandvoort and you're called Damage, because then you have a choice of where you want to go. Oh, man. You know, and you know what the thing is? I might have said it already, but you know what the thing is? They said that there were over 1 million people who enlisted themselves for tickets. And there's only place for 105,000 people per day. You know, that's just the total amount of places. Now, they said they might... that they will add a few more stands, but it's only going to amount to like a few extra thousand, or maybe an extra 10,000 at most. So the chances of getting a ticket were like 1 in 10, and I got to choose. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I truly love it. So we're going to call this Tarzan Overtake Sim. Because that's where I'll be seeing all the overtaking Max will be doing, especially on Leclerc and Hamilton when he's fighting for the championship title. Or maybe I have my orange glasses on right now and I see things too rose-colored, but... yeah, oh man, it's gonna be so good. I just know it. Shall we do black? Black looks lame. Shall we do white? We don't have white yet, and it's only for the entrance color. So white it will be. And then dark orange with dark yellow. Nah. Nah, we will not do that. Yeah, that looks much better. Right, the Tarzan Overtake Sim. Oh, you know what? Because I got tickets and I will be clad in orange. There we go, the Tarzan Overtake Sim. All in full-blown orange. Because. Now, just out of curiosity, what I need to know is this area cut? No, it is not. You're gonna have a hell of a job there, handy dude. If we start to see more and more vomit, which for now, I mean, I don't see it, so I'll assume things will be going alright. But if we start to see more and more, we will do something about the handy dude situation. Now, as for like what's next, I think that we have room here for 1 coaster, and we said that the eggheads would be researching coasters when we start construction on the next one. Well, that moment is there right now. I know we don't have a lot of money, but the coaster we're gonna build is cheap. So I hope that we will get away with this coaster. We're not gonna make it long either. It's gonna be a short one. And I wanted, basically my idea for this coaster is to have the station be like over here. And then see that we join up the exit with the shared exit here, which should be doable. And then, so long as we have like a fixed mechanic on the job, we should not have any crashes. He said a wish relief with the fingers crossed, you know, looking at the Grim Reaper, already trying to reap pixel guests. Anyway, I think this would work, but the way we would go with it, you know, and we'll build the station first so we have an idea of where what goes. So this is where the start of the thing will be. And this is at least where the exit should be. Well, that's quite long, to be fair. And we can do mine trucks, but those are trains. I don't want those, so we'll go with cars. And then, can I have an entrance here? Now we might have to scale this. Yep. More. Curve. And then curve. And then up, lift, drop. It might just work. We'll have to see. It's gonna be a tight one. We'll see. What we're first going to do is we're actually going to connect all this with the path, because I do not want to have issues with connectivity with the path. So that will be the first thing we'll do. And then basically like that. So this is also like extremely efficient use of space there, because it's basically all filled up with Q. That is hyper efficiency to the absolute max and limit. How good is that? Rightio. So let's see here. Now, as for the design of the coaster, what I basically want here, and it's not that difficult, but I want to do like a steep drop and then flat, wide curve, tight curve. Well, I think we need to do 2 tight curves actually, but we'll see. This is gonna be a bit fiddly, just to figure out what works and what doesn't. So we'll have to see. We know that this bit for sure will be as is. And then we can basically lift it, and then go straight like this. And then basically, I guess that will work. And this should work. It does. Nice. Even better. This is like the absolute height limit of this coaster. Very nice. So what we're gonna do then is down. Aww. Really? So what we're then gonna do is say lift it. We can't go up. So we'll lift it above the... Oh, we don't need to lift it that far though. So what we might be able to do then is... Oh. Right there, then we'll just lift it because we will not have the issue. And this is like the opening for the swinging ship over there. How good is that? Oh, no way. You've got to be kidding me. Right. I mean, I'm sorry. This has to happen. I mean, we'll fix the exit path there in a moment. Oh, crap. I might have forgotten the most important bit here. And that is to do the lift. And then basically we'll drop down. Right, and from here on, it's basically, okay, how... Whoa, game, thank you. From here on, it is like, okay, how quick can we get back towards the entrance of the station? Or the exit, you know, the return bit, whatever you want to call it. Now, currently we're at height 40, so that means that we can do some stuff here. And I think what we should do is try and see that we go like that and then get back. So we won't be doing too much, and we might even... Oh, there is no brakes. Right. Without brakes, our options do become limited, but not not unsurpassable. So. Of course, there is a swinging ship in the way. And then there's the Virginia reel in the way. So basically, if I want to pass here, we have to do it like over in that direction. That's basically what I'm taking from this. That's doable though. Right, I'm saying that's doable, but I'm not entirely confident of it. Because there is a Ferris wheel in the way. Yeah, no, that's not doable like that. And we don't have much budget to wiggle around everywhere. But what we can do is... Hold on a second here. Hold your horses! I think this is also within the realm of possibilities. And that... Yeah, see, that does pass us around in the right way. Now, I think what we should do is go around here. Then. Now we're at height 34. So we have a little bit of room to do some maneuvering. How cool would it be to pass over our own tracks? Very cool, if you ask me. Now it is time that we worry about how we got this thing back to where it belongs. If I were to do this... wait. We need to do this over here. Now we're at height 31. And then booyah. Right guys, coaster. It is coaster time. We have it done and we have some money to spare even. Do we already have like a new coaster? No. Well, it is in development with the eggheads, but we do not have a coaster type specified for us. That's okay though, you know, we'll live. Time for that gives us a little bit of time to set stuff up here. Like, how about an extra fix mechanic? We just need one fix mechanic for over here. It's not even a question, you know. We know we will need him. Yep. Alright, now how is the speed on this? It's looking good so far. It's looking very good. I also know that we will need an extra handy dude here, because this area is not covered, and man, do we need coverage here. Because this mouse coaster will be pretty intense. Just you watch me. Now, as for the ratings, lateral G's look good. It has 6 drops. Looks pretty okay if you ask me. It's not too many curves. I don't think that this will be grand. But it should be at least 6.5 in the rating. And it might even be better. Because it does go into the underground as our other coasters do. And that does really add to how good this coaster is valued. So we're just gonna open it up. Of course, we're not gonna live, well, have this live its days as coaster number 1. But we do need to color it. And coloring it has priority here. We don't have turquoise as a color scheme. Oh, this looks really bad. No. We can't do that. That's not possible for us to do. I mean, I don't want to do that. That looks too lame. Let's go with grey. And then we have turquoise tracks, huh? That needs to change. I mean, grey is like... This is almost like we choose the color with, or the coaster's color with that. And I like the turquoise thingy. Just... Yeah, no, this can't happen. Is this too pimpy or is this too pimpy? Oh, man. What if we do this? It's kinda okay. I mean... This is daring. I mean, in the end, you know, it is on the roof and it is meant to be futuristic. We'll go with it. Not bad. A 7 in the ratings. Do you see that, guys? And this one, yeah, it's not much improved. But 7 in the ratings is not bad. And I do think that with this coaster, it is safe to say that we have officially filled up the roof of this, of this, alright, I'll say it once, building. More like a blob of terraformed Rollercoaster Tycoon terrain. I tried to diss it, but I don't think I did a good job there. And back, yeah, I thought I heard something downstairs, so I had to check. Anyway, as for the colors, we said we wouldn't do green. Maybe just a little bit? No. Let's have, I kind of do want our mice to really stand out, so what if we go with this? Yeah, that looks good. Right, and as for like the ultimate here, we are gonna call this, we're gonna call this the RE11 damage. Totally not named after some corner on some track that I might be visiting sometime. Oh yeah, oh, creativity, who needs that, right? I'm just stealing all the names. No, but to be fair, I do know who the Arie Luijendijk was, famous IndyCar driver there actually, who has set the current high-speed record on the Indy 500 there. So, I'm just flexing my my racing knowledge here. I don't know that much, but that I did know. No, but guys, it is time that we leave this rooftop behind and fend for itself, basically, as we have to get down here in the woods and develop this part of the park. Now, as for like how we are gonna do it, if we just make everything invisible, and we just look at what we have, and maybe do turn on the ground. Look, it isn't that difficult to do the infrastructure here, because I have the plan to just go around here, in like the center, just basically go around, and then say like, we'll have this extend over there, and over there. So each, face of the building will have like one entrance to like a cross. So we'll basically get like a square with like one cross in it. So, because that's the most effective. Else we'll get pathing issues if you just make like a lollipop around. When their guests are over here, and they want to get over here, then they don't know how to navigate all this way. So you need to keep everything simple with straight lines in everything, else the guests will get lost. So I think what we should do first and foremost is get some infrastructure in there. And because we have great tarmac, that is what we'll use. And we will start out with like just a straight path, I guess, all the way over here. And I do think that what we're gonna do is do like the bridges, with the lines and stuff. You know what I mean? I did, and now it's already starting. I did it also in like one of the other parks, where we also had these bridges already pre-made. Is it really like every piece of the terrain has a thing there? Because that's getting old like really, really fast. Now, there. Oh, we're actually in the building. Cool. Did not really notice that, but cool, nonetheless. I believe that's also like the only building in here. Look, and Fanboy the Viper is already on the RE11 damage. How cool is that? No. Wow. This is really getting annoying really, really, really quickly. Anyway, that should do it. Good. Now there isn't much to do here, but we'll change that quickly. And then get these in. And that's the beauty of it, because with these bridges that we've just built, we don't need to do anything about you know, where we're gonna put trash cans, because we can just benchify all the flat spaces, and the trash cans have to go on the slopes. I mean, that's not even a discussion, you know. So, yeah, it's good. I like it. Yeah, you will not mow the grass, but even if you would have wanted to, there isn't much to mow, because if I'm honest, I believe that pretty much every tile, it just seems like, has something built on it, and yeah, you know, I mean, just that's what I think of this park. Now, what we will do with you is give you this extra square, and I will add a little bit more here. So there we go. And then you should be gone, and then you should be gone. And then all we need to do really is get this out there. Good. Alright, now, so far, we have absolutely nothing here, but, oh yeah, guys, talking about our profitability, June isn't even over, and already we're well past everything here. So these coasters, they really do pay off, and we get to suspend it. Okay, it's not that bad, but I was hoping for other coasters. Like maybe a steel mini roller coaster, you know, just saying. So if speaking about coasters, if it is the one that I think that it is, it will be marginally cheaper than this one, but 3 high. So we might be better off building something like this, which we can build relatively cheap, I guess. You know what we could do with this? We could lift it on the inside of this building and then have it do like a vertical drop right in front. That's something we can do, and I think we can do that relatively cheap if we have like 10,000 or something. Should be doable. But we'll first have to get there, and we're not ready yet. And what we need to do is, with this new section of the park open, we definitely want to get some facilities. Because without them, this whole park is doomed, basically. So, let's get a toilet, because toilets are the quintessential key to success here. We'll get coffee, and we'll get chicken stuff, right? Yeah, chicken stuff. And I can't even see where I can place this because of all the visibility crap that I got. I have to work through just to get stuff placed. There we go. Rightio. Now, rides. We're in a difficult spot here, because we don't have much to build, if I'm honest. And what did we get? Yeah, it is the one that I thought. This is not great to build either, because it's like 3 high. Really easy to get, way too extreme. It's not that expensive. I guess what we could also do is get away with something like this. This we can afford at least. And along with like this and maybe like a few more gentle rides, we might be able to pull something off. So what we'll do is we'll take our coaster for what it is, and we'll go back to thrill rides. And let's see, if we were to put in a gentle ride, because that is what I want to do. I mean, the one upside to this is that the terrain is really flat. So what we could do is maybe build like a station over here, connect it up like that, and then have it basically make like a small loop around. So, and we can even go through the building if we want to, and just have it loop. Yeah, that's actually not such a bad idea. I like that idea of mine. So we'll start out here. And the good thing about this is, yeah, and this is the one upside of all this foliage that we have to work our way through. And that is that it will increase the ratings of our ride like pretty bad. Because all the foliage is like scenery, and that does add to the ratings. Now, how many bikes can you have? If I were to say, like, okay, add one more. And that does help. Alright. Come on. So I believe now you're at the limit. Yeah, you are at the limit. Okay. So build me an exit then. And the exit we can connect up over here. That's not an issue. And we do have room for something else, but we'll see. Really? It isn't just slightly annoying. It is like massively annoying. And you're gonna hear me whine about that a lot. Just so you know, you have been warned. Oh man, I hate this. I mean, I like trees in the park, you know, when I have placed them, and that is after the fact. And not during the fact, if you know what I mean. It is horrible. Now, yeah, let's do this. Just no entry. There. Right, now we need to build this. It is not gonna be fancy or beautiful, for that matter. And it's gonna be rather expensive because we have to remove all these trees all the time. So that does make the rides fairly more pricey, to be fair. Now, in order to escape out of this, we would need to do an S-bend. And then another S-bend to the other side as well. And it would need another S-bend. Which, for tree and scrub reason, we cannot build. Oh, nice. Now we can just go straight if the trees would... And here I was, in the best mood ever, because I got myself tickets for Zandvoort. And now... I'm getting annoyed here by the shrubs. Can you imagine how quickly things can turn sour? It is unheard of. So, and then I'll basically just go like here. And the reason I'm going all the way to the edge is because that way I can see the trees that I need to clear out more easy. And that's one off. And that's also one off, so that should be it. Of course, of course. Nice, done. Alrighty. It's a bit long, to be fair, but with all the trees around, it should also be, like, pretty highly rated. So we'll charge $5 just because we can. There. Why don't we call this Piccolo practice? Because this is for the guys parking your car in the parking lot of a building, you know, and driving it to the hookers, and dealing drugs with it, and driving insane mileage on them, all whilst you're in your conference call, on your lease ride. Maybe my fantasy is taking the better of me. Now, as for over here, we're gonna do much more urban style, or jungle style stuff. So this is gonna be jungly. And do we need to change any colors? I don't think so. Don't you think? This looks pretty urban style to me. Or jungle style. Wait, I was about to say, didn't I give this a name? Good. Okay, guys. So far, so good. I think that all in all, you know, we got the basics up here. Look at that. 4.5 even is what we made last month. That's pretty good. I'm not saying that we're making a profit yet, but we have like quite a good amount of money to spend, and we're getting more and more as well into our pockets. So speaking about, we got to, very nice. We should definitely build that and that, you know. See what else we're gonna get. Yeah, we have a few things to build still, and they will be pretty good for the park. But that and more all has to wait for next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.